Today in biology, you will learn about chapter number 7, the kingdom Protista. In kingdom Protista, controversial organisms are placed, just like Euglena, about which it is said that they also have plant as well as animal-like characteristics. As you can see in the picture, a member, Paramecium, is shown. It has cilia on its body. The kingdom Protista consists of vast assortment of primarily aquatic eukaryotic organisms. Assortment means diversity, classification of organisms into groups, whose diverse body forms, types of reproduction, methods of nutrition, and lifestyles make them difficult to characterize. There is so much diversity in kingdom Protista. Basically, this kingdom is defined by exclusion, that is to discard or to remove. All members have characteristics that exclude them from other 4 kingdoms. All protists are eukaryotic, multicellular, and they have evolved from earlier one prokaryotes. Another reason for creating a separate kingdom Protista arises from the difficulty in placing certain eukaryotic organisms in the appropriate kingdom. There are some appropriate kingdoms like kingdom Plantae. It includes all plants. They have no controversial characters. They are looking just like plants. Kingdom Animalia include animals, and kingdom Fungi include fungi. But Euglena-like organisms, they were not well suited to be placed in these appropriate kingdoms like Plantae, Animalia, or fungi. So there was a separate kingdom made called kingdom Protista. This difficulty is a consequence or a result of the fact that other eukaryotic kingdoms have their evolutionary origin in kingdom Protista. The other eukaryotic kingdoms are, as you know, Plantae, fungi, Animalia. They arose from protists in various ways. The protists have so many characteristics. As you can see the picture of amoeba, they have false feet or pseudopodia, finger-like projections. Next, they are also having nucleus, contractile vacuole. The role of contractile vacuole is to remove extra water from their body, as amoeba lives in fresh water. Now, characteristic of protists. The protists are unicellular or colonial. They make colonies, or simple multicellular organisms that possess a eukaryotic cell organization. Eukaryotic or multicellular cells, the unifying feature of protist, that is, they come to a one point, they are common to complex multicellular organisms belonging to the 3 eukaryotic kingdoms are fungi, Plantae, and Animalia, but clearly differentiate protists from members of prokaryotic kingdom Monera, in which only bacteria and cyanobacteria are placed. Apart from plants and animals, protists do not develop from ball of cells like blastula or embryo. The kingdom Protista contains 4 major groups of eukaryotic organisms. These groups are single-celled protozoans, unicellular algae, multicellular algae, and then slime molds and oomycotes, which you will study later on. Now there are major groups of Protista. Number 1 are protozoa. Animal-like protist. All protozoans are unicellular. Most protists ingest or take in their food by a process called endocytosis. Now you will look at the table in the books. Common name, forms, locomotion, and examples of protozoa are given. First of all, we will discuss about amoeba, as you can see in this picture. Look at its structure. It has irregular shaped false feet, which are called pseudopodia. Pseudo means false. Next, there is nucleus. They have cytoplasm. They have contractile vacuole, and now you will learn about it. Amoeba group includes all free living freshwater, marine means salt water, and soil amoeba, as well as those are parasites of animals. They live on the host. Amoeba lack flagella and move by forming specialized cytoplasmic projections, outgrowths from the body. These are called pseudopodia or false feet. The intestinal parasite, the parasite which lives inside the intestine, it is called Entamoeba histolytica. It causes a disease in humans which is called amoebic dysentery. Since this disease is caused by amoeba, so it is named according to it amoebic dysentery. Once again, look at the picture of amoeba. Irregular shaped body, living in freshwater and have contractile vacuole, and outside you can see finger-like projections called pseudopodia. Okay, now look at in your book's yellow box, the giant amoeba. The giant amoeba, which is called Pelomyxa plostris, it may be the most primitive old of all the eukaryote-like forms. This species has multiple membrane-bound nuclei and none of the other organelles found in all other eukaryotes. Giant amoebas obtain energy from pathogenic bacteria which live or reside inside them. Giant amoebas inhabit or live in mud at the bottom of freshwater ponds, where they contribute to the degradation or breakdown of large organic molecules. Picture is also shown of kingdom Protista.